Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids, where the adventure deck of fate has gone live. We're gonna pull some soulstones and flip some cards here today. So obviously with this deck of fate, if you missed the news about it, it's up for 4 days. There are a series of ancient shard guarantees for Lady Mikage epics. I did a whole video talking about this yesterday, or well, part of the video is talking about this, and in short, I think it's very good if you're missing a couple of specific epics to finish the Lady Mikage fusion. Otherwise, it's a safe ignore. So, yeah, we do get points for this deck of fate for summoning champions, but there's no summon event that would be intriguing to me. I wouldn't be surprised if we hear about something today. I could see that, some sort of 15x. Plarium likes to run 15x events, right? On Tuesday, Wednesdays. It's not CVC this week, it is Siege, but still. So we'll see. I wouldn't go into it certain that there's no summon event. Right? I think there could be more, but we'll find out. I don't really care about summon events, though. If I'm not close to Mercy and they're not like good, I don't think 15x events are what I would call good. So we're more into summoning some Soulstones. And they are the decent rates, right? 9,900, 4,500, which is decent. I don't know. Obviously, they start at 100, 1,000, 5,000. Like, do we really? Well, I guess they nerf them because they're like, go do some gear hunters instead. It just feels a bit weird, right? I don't know. Plarium is sort of notoriously scabby. Like they are so stingy. I don't know. I don't know what it is about the Soulstones, but it always rubs me the wrong way. The deck of fate. It's like, why not just, is it? Who has too many souls, right? Most players would love some more souls. Like, why not give people more flexibility to actually pull in 2x events and have fun pulling in them? I don't know. Odd. Anyway, this is a 2x event, so I guess they've done well there. We've got a good 2x event. I'm going to pull all my mortals. Let me actually work out how many points I have, because you can work it out in advance. Let me do that. Oh, and I should also say, as I'm working out these points, I actually have a ton of mortals, which is nuts. If you want to flip everything, you need 40,000 points, right? There's 40 cards, they're 1,000 points each. You don't have to flip them all, though. You can flip 3 of them and be happy. You can flip 15 of them and be happy. You can flip 39 and still be fine, right? There's no need to flip everything, right? You're just getting rewards for however much you flip. Obviously, I talked about this. You can pin cards, and you should always pin the purple chest, and you're going to be chasing. I mean, the speed glyph is the big one. You're obviously going to walk away. Which one is your least favorite? I don't know, maybe the defense glyph. That's the one you're going to get. But, chasing the pins can get a bit mad. But yeah, funny enough, I worked out. I've got 19,800. Not bad, just for mortals, which is cool. So, yeah, great. And then I can pull some immortals after. So I've got 14 I could have up to this. So it's not quite enough, right? If an immortal is worth 10 immortals, I basically have 140 immortals. And so I need probably like 230. So like 230 mortals, 23 immortals. So I might have to pull an additional, I think an additional 10 immortals, I would guess. I mean, work it out. Is my quick maths correct? Let me actually do it. Let's see. Okay, so 24 immortals would be 21,600. Oh, I'm wrong. 220 immortals is times 90 points is that. I'm 1,000 points over, so not quite. So I actually need 23 immortals. Well, let's say 20. In fact, I wouldn't want to pull more than 20 because again, remember, there is gear hunters. So you don't want to. There's really no point, right, in flipping all 40 cards on day 1 because you got 4 days of gear hunters to get some points. So it's probably worth it to flip maybe 4 rows and then do the final row with gear hunters. And if you don't do enough gear hunters, then pull a few more soulstones at the end. So yeah, I'll definitely pull all my mortals, maybe pull 10 immortals, and then save the others for at the end, depending on how much gear hunters I do or don't do. So let's go in. Oh, wish list. This is where I'm at. Nothing too exciting. A Phoenix Soul would be really, really nice. I think he's a phenomenal epic. I think, by the way, I've been meaning to do a video on the Demon Lord, but if you're sitting there being like, I've got no good damage dealer for this, like, don't sleep on Phoenix. He's even in this one here, Sacred Order. Phoenix is insane. Let's see who is. I mean, there we go. Phoenix, he's in there. The #1 player in my ranking group, Phoenix. Now, he's obviously got a ridiculously good team to support the Phoenix, but getting Phoenix up to 6-star as an epic is more doable. It's highly impactful because you can get Crushing Rend or more powerful Nature's Wrath, whichever. But yeah, let's go in. Oh, I forgot to talk about the rest of my wish list. But yeah, Phoenix is in there. He'd be a big one. We want the 6-star for him. Might use this guy. He's such a bad epic for what he is. He's a huge disappointment of a void epic. His parents look at him at every family reunion and just shake their heads. But he's sort of useful. It's like, will we cut him out of his inheritance? I don't know. Maybe not. I actually use Gear Grinder. It's a terrible situation. Gear Grinder I believe he's the only rare that maybe Renegade comes into it for Knight's Revenant, but Gear Grinder I use legitimately in my Ogren Tribes Hard Stage 21 Faction Wars team, because he's the only reviver I have for the faction. There's no good accessible reviver. He is the best, and somehow I've got a shit blessing on him as well, which means he gets beat up by the boss, so I'd love to get a better blessing for him. Harrier and Hospitaller, this is not a joke against Ash. I think they're actually a decent pair for Siege. So yeah, in case I ever do the rare rooms there, they're not too bad for that. Phoenix, obviously, Neldor is just a great champ, and he's very good for Fire Knight as well. I've 2 newts, so it's unlikely a Fire Knight hard. I have 2 newts, so it's very unlikely I'll ever need really to use Neldor, but might as well get the 6-star soul for him. Umbral Enchantress actually do use as well for Demon Spawn Faction War. She's incredible with the 2-turn AoE provoke. It's so good. And yeah, then up here, not really surprised, Bayek. Shocker. He's insane, and I've got 2 of them because I pulled on 10x Solinar and got Bayek. Feels bad. Like, what, 20 shards? Got a Bayek? I don't know. Ridiculous, but I've got 2 Bayek somehow. Obviously getting a blessing for him, insane. He scales off everything, basically. Yumiko is difficult for me to use because I don't have Faction Guardians finished. I don't have a good soul. So she is just way behind on the stats. Like, I put good gear on Yumiko, and I'm like, God, Yumiko, you're very slow compared to my Fabian. Have I given you bad gear? And then I go, no, she's just 25 speed behind Fabian before I even look at gear on the champion, because I'm missing the 10 from Faction Guardians, and I'm missing the 15 from a soul compared to him. So it makes her difficult to use, which is a bit sad. But she's good in Chronophage. I'll probably do Mercurial Chronophage on her, possibly the same on Donnie to protect against lockout champions. But Donnie, again, what's there to be said? I didn't get his best soul. I think there was a 5-star maybe in events. I think I only have a 3-star for him. 5 and 6-star would be nice. Not essential. Definitely not essential, but they'd be a bit nice, right? I get that extra resistance on the 5-star particularly to help building resistance a bit better. Oh, Bayek on the wish list. You know what? So I've got 2 Bayeks. One of them is 1-star. One of them is no star. I mean, heck, even a 1-star, it's only saving me 20 Grey Essence, but I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. Right, let's go again. Out of 200 mortals, I'd be hoping for 1 to 2 decent 6-stars, like usable 6-stars. Like you're not really expecting that much after you've pulled. I mean, the more Soulstones you pull, the less value they are. Hey, 5-star Riho. I don't have the champion, but that's actually pretty nice. That bonus accuracy and like give her a good Brimstone or Cruelty Blessing. It's actually not bad. Yeah, should I ever get her? But yeah, kind of, you're hoping for something usable. It's so unlikely you get something amazing, but you know, you're filling in your collection, getting souls on the various, like Slixus, you might use them in maybe in Lizard Faction Wars, maybe a bit in Cursed City, whatever. Getting that 4-star soul for some crit damage if you're using them anywhere is quite nice. It's just like the small upgrades is what you're looking for, and you're hoping for maybe 1 big upgrade per 100 mortals, and that's to be honest, it's being optimistic as well. But we'll see. Like, what are the chances? The chances of a 6-star from Immortal is 1.5, right? So out of 100, you'd be expecting roughly 1.5 6-star souls, and they could be rares. So yeah, maybe I'm being optimistic saying 1 good one. I mean, even a good 5-star on a relevant legendary or even relevant epic, Got mythicals. 2-star Garrel. Another mythical. Oh, ooh, 2-star Nice. I do have Nice. Nice is one of those champions where with a 6-star soul, it opens up like a new level of broken because Chainbreaker. Again, you've got, you know, I don't know, about 10. That's too many. You've got maybe 6 or 7 useful blessings for PvP in the game, like genuinely useful ones, very few. And several of them, like Ward of the Fallen and Chainbreaker, only really work at 6-star for the most part, which is fun. So yeah. Nasan, he's new. All right. Cool. Well, if I ever pull him, I've got a 3-star. Oh, another 4-star Slixus. Oh, 1-star Fiora. Not very helpful. 3-star Gear Grinder. I think I have it already. Nasan, I have to test him out still. I'll probably make that a bit of a priority this week because we've tested a good few. I'm going to redo my Sabrail testing video. I did a video testing Sabrail, but I was doing lots of testing and it was like an hour long. And I'm like, maybe I could just re-record it and give you guys the conclusion because it was so long and there's so much to try with her because she's so busted. It's like just show you the conclusion basically might be the more useful thing and cut it down to like 20-30 minutes. You know, the usual short quote-unquote nub video that's always longer than it probably should be. But yeah, we could cut it down. Nothing in this section. So far, nothing that exciting. Honestly, the 1-star Bayek has been the highlight, which is a bit depressing. We've had very little else of value here. We'll see, can we get something good? How many have we pulled? Okay, we've pulled half of them. Let's go. And obviously, you know, pulling these mortals, you're generating the coins for immortals. And same with the immortals. When you pull immortals, you're generating coins to get the bigger souls, which is cool. All right, there's a 5-star, but it's for Colwyn. I doubt I'll ever use him. Ah, and we've run out of space. Cool. Well, let me throw on the stuff we're going to use here. Is that my first Black Knight soul? It might be. Anyway, for Bayek, this is quite a good upgrade. This is my damage Bayek. So actually having Lightning Cage to protect, because he's in Stone Skin, having Lightning Cage to protect Stone Skin is a huge upgrade. And even the extra HP for Bayek, who's quite a tanky champion, is a huge upgrade. I think this is my first, somehow Black Knight has managed to dodge a soul multiple times. That's hilarious. Will he ever be used? No, because he's rubbish. But he got a soul. Got Jamarsa a soul. I don't have Chronum. I don't use Jamarsa much. He's vaguely useful. Hey, a bit of crit damage for Umbral. Sure, why not? My second allure, get a 1-star soul. Not the worst. Give her Phantom Touch for any Fire Knight stuff in Cursed City. I mean, it's fine. Rearguard Sergeant apparently never had a soul. Flannan, I think, as a new player, one of the better rares. You know, he's not insane. He is just a rare, but kind of cool. Oh, I got upgrade for Maruka. Exemplar. Oh, I need to upgrade these. Stalaja. All right. Even Denid. A few champions. Relic Keeper. A few champs I've got languishing in my vault. Will I keep Sentinel? I guess so. Okay, let me sort this out and I'll sell all the other souls and we'll make some space. Oh, I just said I'd drop in. Yeah, that Riho. I had a 2-star Riho before. It's actually 5-star. That is the biggest win. Definitely from the first chunk. And then pretty much you saw me apply everything else, and then everything that's not that stuff is essentially being sold. So yeah, cool. That's the biggest win so far has been Riho. Right, let's dive back in. We've got another 120. Space is full, so actually we should be able to pull everything. Yeah, everything. Let's go. Right, will the second set of mortals give us a good 6-star or not? Let's find out. Let's roll that dice. Can we get multiple good 6-stars? Ooh. We've been a little low on mythical souls as well. I feel like we normally get more mythicals. It often feels like you get far more mythical souls than mythical champions. Oh, that's actually decent. I pulled Chalco recently, and he doesn't have a soul at all, and he's been sitting in the vault because he doesn't have a soul at all. Togron, I don't have him, but excellent champion now. But yeah, that Chalco is pretty nice. He could maybe replace that Umbral Enchantress in my Demon Spawn Faction Wars team. I mean, the 2-star soul, the extra attack for him is quite good, to be honest. It's a good chunk of damage. There's a mythical. Oh, it's a Commodus, 2-star. I don't have Commodus. Poor old Commodus as well. I've seen a lot of people being like, I've seen a few people being like, my only mythicals are Siegfried and Commodus, and Total Guard came out, and now my mythicals are kind of rubbish for PvP. Like I feel like I can barely pick them anymore. The PvP meta is in a bit of a a crazy place right now. Another gear grinder, but not a good soul for him. Oh, there's a 5-star, but it's Crypt Witch. Not ideal. Might have it already. I throw souls even on bad champions for the most part. Yeah, I mean, if it's a really bad legendary, I'm kind of like, oh, maybe I sell it. But I mean, for example, I kept a 6-star Harvest Jack. He got buffed. He's actually pretty decent now, and I'm like, oh, he might actually be quite useful for Siege. So now I'm glad I've got the 6-star soul for him. So it depends. If it's a 6-star, I think I sold a 6-star for Saito. I was like, he's a very generic damage dealer. He was based on a YouTuber. I've never seen his content. That's actually going to be an upgrade, this Doom Priest soul. So I was like, not. I don't know. I was like, I've got no real connection to this champion, so I'm just going to sell it. But yeah. Right, let's see what we get. This is, by the way, why people say don't buy mortals. For the most part, they're kind of rubbish. You could pull a whole lot of mortals, get a whole lot of nothing. Same with any soul, but the mortal soulstones, it's a lot of 1-star. It's a lot of junk. I think they're relatively expensive. In my opinion, for what you get out of them, they're relatively expensive. I find it hard to justify. Oh, 6-star, but it's a steadfast marshal. I find it difficult to justify buying soulstones unless you're a bigger spender. I think it's just more fun to buy shards and actually get champions. If you're gonna spend money on stuff, like, you have to spend a decent chunk of money on shards before soulstones become better value. 2 3-star gear grind. It's taunting me. I'm the #1 gear grinder user in the game. It is taunting me. That's all the mortals. So yeah, over 200 mortals. I don't think we got anything particularly impactful. Not really. 5-star Riho, I think, was the best. So that's it for me today from the mortals. We pull some immortals. Hopefully the immortals are better. Chalco is actually quite decent, to be honest. He's a good champion. He does need, obviously the soul will be very helpful to make him useful. Seduce, I feel like the seducer is not actually real. I feel like he's just when I was put up to 6-star and was ascending just for dailies. The weird spot to be in. This Brachus, no, he's not real either. I don't think the Centurion is real. Crypt Witch is real. God help us. Crypt Witch. So the Crypt Witch was an upgrade. Okay. Well, like I said, we got 1-star for Bayek, which is nice. And yeah, we should be. Let's double check my maths was correct. Yes, 19,800 points into this. Let's pull the Immortals. Let's go 1 by 1 here. I think definitely Eternals. I mean, who's 10 pulling Eternals, right? Oh! Boom. There we go. My Zargala has been languishing with a pretty bad soul for a long time. She's a great champion for a soul, right? She wants the defensive stats, great because she's squishy. Attack and crit damage, great because she's a damage dealer. Accuracy, great because she's a debuffer. And then speed, because she's a damage dealer who places decreased defense, so you want her fast. So she's a fantastic epic. Let's go. All right. That's probably one of the bigger wins. Not that I need her for much, but she is useful for Curse City. 4-star Flinger. The Immortals should be significantly better than these mortals. 5-star Seeker. I feel like I probably got a good soul for Seeker. He is great. The speed from 6-star would have been nice on him. We got ourselves a 5-star Painsmith. With the rares, I need to be a little careful of saying a rare is bad. 4-star only for Fenchi. Might be an upgrade, maybe. But yeah, some of the rares can be quite good that you wouldn't think of for... Oh, 3-star for a Laz. Oh, darn it. I think my Laz is 4-star. And it's a little... I'd love even a 5-star for a Laz would be nice. It's hard to build accuracy on him, and he does need some accuracy for his alternate form. Funny enough, 5-star for Ostrox. Cool. With my Alaz, I've actually found his alternate form is good for Faction Wars Hard. He does a lot of boss damage with the burns in his alternate form. 5-star Lich, not a good epic. He's part of the Razin fusion, I think. Oh, Godseeker, she's great. Really nice epic. And actually, she can do some damage if you give her 100% crit rate. Not a huge amount, but it can be decent. Ingrid is actually a decent rare as well. I think he's some AoE attacks with like leech and stuff like that. So he's not amazing, but he's not terrible. Oh. A 3-star GLYPHS. GLYPHS to me was one that was quite disappointing. I was fairly excited when he came out. I was like, this looks like a great champion. And then it turned out it's like, his block damage for the one turn actually in practice isn't really that useful. Like that was more of a thing for classic Demon Lord speed tunes, which are just not relevant anymore. And the one turn block damage outside of that is very clunky. And then they released about 20 decreased defense block buff champions back to back. And I think he's probably the least useful. Sylve the Drake's 4-star. Might be an upgrade for her. Obviously, she'd love the 5-star for accuracy, the 6-star for speed. Her base speed sucks. I think Sylve the Drake's could do with a nice buff. I think we can give her a nice buff in 2026 for an OG legendary. I actually do use her at the moment in my Barbarian faction team just for some healing. But, and a revive, emergency revive. My Barbarian team is in a weird spot. Oh, that was the last Immortal. Actually, we might be pulling more because I didn't calculate how many points I've got, but we might stop now and just do gear hunters. Yeah, my Barbarian team is in a weird spot because I'm genuinely thinking of just taking all the gear off of Armans because I'm not using them very much. I might. And yeah, I pulled 2 Bayeks and an Alaz recently. So I'm like, oh, I've got 2 Bayeks and Alaz to fit into my 5-person Barbarian team. How do they all fit in? Funny. All right, there's a 6-star Neldor. Well, he goes off the wish list. Let's actually take a look. What do we got? And we can grab these coins. Oh, just 300 coins. I was expecting more. Okay, Syl goes from 2-star to 4-star. She doesn't do much damage. But the 3-star, the extra defense, and I think she's got Brimstone or Cruelty. That will be nice. GLYPHS, don't use him, but he just got an upgrade. Like I said, I don't think he's going to make it in probably anywhere. Massive upgrade for Neldor. He's up to 6-star now, which is really juicy if I want to use him. Zargala was 5-star. Now she gets extra speed. We can give her Crushing Rend. Beautiful for that. This might be my second Godseeker. I've got, I think, 2 built. Not sure. Ostrox gets a 5-star. Don't think it's that important on him. It's easy enough to just build him with accuracy anyway. He doesn't need many stats. I've never used Ingid. I don't know why he's there. He just is for fun, I suppose. And yeah, that's most of it. But take a look at my epics because I am curious. And then we'll flip over our deck stuff. So if I look at this, include my Master Vault, sure. I won't look at my Reserve Vault. A lot of these epics now, 6-star. I could leave him. He does have Phantom Touch. I could leave him with that, to be honest. Really nice for Fire Knight. I don't know. Any Skrank would be a big one. Skrank. Also Dahi. Misrider Dahi or Skrank would be fairly obvious ones. Both excellent damage. That could do with that. Oh, I've got a second Misrider Dahi. I've got 2 +4 Dahis. One of my favorite champs. The other one's only +5. Again, a 6-star on him would be good. And I've got 2 of them. So putting him on the wish list would not be terrible. Anything else? Venomage, Creodan, another good one. Funny enough, full of Stag Knights languishing at the 4-star. Ethlen, fantastic. Mordecai. Poor Alphane is only 3-star. Don't know if I would use her. We got the +3s. Anything massive like Morag and Fenshi do get used a bit. Definitely for Curse City. Very good for Curse City champions. Phoenix at 5-star waiting for that 6-star. Dark Kale? Will he be relevant for stuff again? I don't know. I've got Gom Yellowhand with no soul at all. Probably does make sense. I'm not planning to use him, but might make sense to put him on. Not sure. I've got several Vogoths. I've got several Geomancers. It's not too important. Yeah. Any other major one? We could have some Voids lurking down here with not much on. You know, Tidemaster Dexicos wouldn't be a bad one. Yeah, actually, we probably should put in Tidemaster Dexicos and maybe Skrank. I know I'm trying to take out 2 now. Okay, I'm leaving Phoenix in. You know what? Let's put in Tidemaster Dexicos and then we can go for Skrank after. If they release the faction crypt sort of faster than we might expect, having a soul on him would be good, but that makes it a bit late now. We got it on the last pull. Yeah, we got 32,000 points, so I think I stop. Certainly for this video, we stop here today. Let's see, what do we get from flipping the deck? Here we go. So obviously we're going to pin the highest rarities that we get. Then we want to just maximize our highest rarity stuff. You'd hope to match some lower ones on the way, but what can you do? So far we got speed glyph, right? Primal shard as well, not bad. 6-star accuracy, legendary. I mean, tell me this isn't good. Like, I mean, if you had even just like, I don't know, 50 mortals, tell me that's not good. It seems pretty good to me. How many speed glyphs are in here? There's probably just the one. Okay, there's a purple accuracy glyph. We've done well in the accuracy glyphs, that's for sure. There's a void shard. There's a 6-star speed. Thank you very much. And yep, we're just looking for those epics. There we go, another epic, cool. 6-star resistance, legendary, actually fairly useful. Got ourselves a blue. Oh, straight into a purple. This is one I didn't click. It was another purple. Can we get 3 purples back to back? Not quite. Oh, almost though. Very close. 6-star HP percent. Decent. Oh, straight into a purple. And we've got one more flip here today. And there we go. Cool. So for speed, we got 2 speeds. We got a blue speed and we got a green speed. Very nice. There might be an epic speed in here in this last set, so I'm certainly very keen to finish that. And I think, how many are there? 12 epic cards, and we've got 1, 2, 3. We have one more. Well, we've got 2 more epic cards. We've got 1 more epic chest. Can we get that juicy speed? We'll see. I do think the resistance glyph and the accuracy ones are very nice. Those are great. Very strong for PvP. Anyone stacking resist or accuracy, very nice, and I'll take that. So yeah, there we go. That's the deck for me. As I said, I do feel like it's quite an optional deck. Do as much or as little as you want, but I think the glyphs are maybe not the most exciting, the sexiest rewards in the game, but I think it's a good time to pull Soulstones. I think it's actually a really nice event. Pull as many Immortals or Immortals as you have spare that you can invest into this. You know, if you've got excess, like I've got 52 Immortals, like I'm in a good spot, like I can easily pull this. Stockpile it if you've stockpiled up for this event, if you're far enough in the game to be able to stockpile, and you know you're going to have enough for a guaranteed champion event, which would be the much more exciting deck of fate, and you need to max those out. This is a nice deck to just even grab a few rewards. You might get lucky and get a few useful glyphs. So there you go, that's all I've got. Not too bad in terms of souls. A couple of decent ones. Nothing crazy exciting, but a couple of decent ones. A little bit of an upgrade from my Bayek. Let's actually slap that on. Slap that on right away. Bayek number 2. Here we go. And yeah, got his lightning cage. Fantastic with his lethal stone skin. Very nice. I've got a 2-star Bayek. I've got a 1-star Bayek. I was a bit worried actually because although the 1-star only costs 20 essence, because I've got 2 of them, I won't get offered a 1-star 4 buy. I'll only be offered 3 stars. So until I got this guy up to 6-star, I'd never be offered a soul for the second one, which is awkward. And I might actually flip these as well. Flip their gear, that is. Certainly when this Bayek, if he gets a 3 or a 4-star, which I would buy if they showed up in the shop, yeah, I'd probably give him the damage build. And I think the better lightning cage is more important for him as well to protect stone skin on this guy. I think the mercurial one, he kind of needs the damage because he's not doing much damage. But I think it makes more sense to have the damage dealer be the better blessing, probably. So I might flip their gear. It doesn't really matter. The 2-star does literally nothing. But when I get a better one, so I'll be looking for that in here, I suppose. Yeah, that's it. Guys, I hope you've got good luck if you are pulling Soulstones. I hope you've got good luck, better luck than me probably. I didn't have the best luck. Neldor was decent, that's probably most of it. And I hope you've got good luck in your adventure deck of fate and you get speed glyphs every single time you match a chest. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.